In today's video, I was joined by one of the best Clash Mini players in the world, and that is GishyBear. And we ranked all heroes and minis from worst to best inside the current meta. S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier.
Personally, I think AQ is like a high A. Maybe you could slide her in a B, but I think she's a A tier mini. She counters a lot of heroes. Her big struggle is probably the SM, and sometimes BK if the BK player knows what they're doing. But other than that, she can win every other hero pretty easily.
I agree, because I was a bit on the fence with the Archer Queen, and I've been playing the Archer Queen deck the last couple of days. It's been doing so well, and I've been having a ton of fun with the Archer Queen. I thought, you know something, she's a lot better than what I thought she was going to be. So yeah, I agree with that.
Countess is weird for me, you know, because I see a lot of people using her, but since I mainly play BK and you know, I run P.E.K.K.A with it, it's just so hard for me to lose with that combo, because you just one tap it. I don't know, maybe A or I'm thinking B, but if you want to go A, then like a low A.
Ooh, a bit split there, 'cause I was sort of edging S tier.
See, that's the thing, because I'm kind of I'm a little biased, because like I said, my P.E.K.K.A just one taps it. So I guess you can, because I don't think S tier though, because it loses to AQ. I'm cool with A though. I am cool with A. I'm not cool with S tier.
Yeah, so we settle on high A, because like I was clapping AQ players with the Countess deck.
What about BKs?
The BK P.E.K.K.A, that P.E.K.K.A's too strong, I think.
Yeah.
We'll go high A.
I'm cool with that.
Meet in the middle. And then we've got the Monk. Should I just put him in D tier right away?
I don't think he's the worst hero. If we're leaving D tier for the worst of the worst, we gotta move him up at least one.
Yeah, I've seen you rocking the Monk a lot in the creator, Tony.
Yeah, he's really good in Rumbles, just because you don't get that extra elixir when you lose. So he's really good in Rumbles specifically.
I must admit, like the start of this season, I've not played the Monk once.
Yeah, I will say that. I'm only a Rumble main with Monk, but when it comes to duels, never catch me on him. Shield Maiden is a little weird, because she is usable, but it's like, it's tile dependent, because when a good tile for AQ comes out, then that's when you could use her. You can't really just use her like in any tile. So probably B, because she's not on the same level as AQ and Countess, but she is better than the Monk.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I can't like have any input with the Shield Maiden, because ever since the game came out, I've rarely played the Shield Maiden. So I'm just not a Shield Maiden player, so really needed your input with that one.
She doesn't look appealing, I will say that, just because heal and then stall out, heal, stall out. I don't really like that playstyle, but yeah.
Nah. S tier.
Pretty obvious. They hit him hard. They hit him real hard. I was using Wave Master at the start, and I'm not gonna lie, I was doing pretty good, but I do think he's probably the worst hero.
The worst?
The worst.
Even worse than Skeleton King?
Even worse than SK, yeah, because with SK, if you play it correctly and, you know, like pull down and use like E-Wiz or Musketeer, you can get some things going on.
Saying that, I played a dude on ladder the other day, and he was playing Wave Master, and he was playing Wave Master Swordsman, and he just 3-starred his Swordsman, threw it to the back of the board, and it went absolutely nuts, went right through my deck, just wiped my whole deck out. I was like, what's this strat?
Really?
3-star Swordsman.
I guess we could share the D tier though with SK and Wave Master though, because I don't think RC's down here.
Oh, we can't put your little baby girl in D tier. I think World Champ.
This is insane. This is insane. Now, as a RC enthusiast, I know she's not S tier, and I know a lot of people do use her. She's only good on one tile, which is why I don't think she's as good as people say she is. She's only good on the electric tile, because then you could use her with Musketeer E-Wiz. Yeah. Any other tile, she should lose to AQ, and she should lose to BK. I mean, she just gets shut down by Golden Giant. So if your deck has Golden Giant plus Miner, then the RC should lose. So I'm cool with like a high B, not even
High B?
A. Yeah, like I'm telling you guys, she loses pretty hard to one specific mini and then 2 other heroes directly.
The Golden Giant's an absolute nightmare for the Raw champ. And yet I am seeing a lot of Golden Giants since his rework as well, so...
Oh, I forgot about the Pink Fury.
Poor old Pink Fury. She gets brought to the game and doesn't play it and people forget about her. But she's got to be D tier.
The thing is, though, she's not bad. The only reason why she's bad right now is because that BK just shuts her down. So I would put her with the Monk tier. Because I do think she can do some things versus like on a specific tile like Elixir tile or the Mirror tile. Obviously, she could do some stuff there. But then Wave Master and SK, those are the 2 hardest heroes to play right now. Yeah,
it's a shame because I agree with you. I think the Pink Fury, I think the kit's pretty fine. But it's the synergies with the Barbarian King with the other minis that just kill it off.
I'm not gonna lie.
I thought B.
Yeah, because the most of my pushing has been only with Warden and BK. Well, Warden only on Devil Tile. But when it comes to Devil and Tile and Mir, he's the most broken hero there is in the game.
Yeah,
like, there's no stopping him. No stopping him at all.
It's crazy because I was playing the Devil's Deal Tile and you've got to play the Warden when it's Devil's Deal Tile.
Yeah.
So like I made a deck that was OP on the Devil's Deal Tile. And I played my matches. I think I went 6 games without getting the Devil's Deal Tile. And then played like a Barbarian King all 6 games and like got beat all 6 games. My deck wasn't strong enough to beat the Barbarian King on the normal board. But on the Devil's Deal Tile, I was just wrecking everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. When it comes to Devil's Tile, it's either play Barbarian King and win without the tile, or play Warden and with the tile. So it's choose which one you want to play.
So are we putting the Warden behind the Royal Champion B tier or ahead?
I would put him ahead, but I'm cool as long as he's in the B tier.
I'll fight him in the middle. And then the Natureborn's got to be D tier.
Yeah.
The Natureborn's got to be worse than the Wave Master and the Skelly King. Just
because of all the anti-healing they gave to the Dagger Goblin, and then Wizard got that low buff, so that means more people would use them.
Yeah, I must admit, I think I played 2 Natureborns this season so far, so rip Natureborn. We've got the Bandit.
The Bandit, I don't think it's the worst mini, but it's definitely not the best, so it's C tier for sure, because that energy drain does come in handy. Now, obviously, you can't use her now, but once, Barbarian King gets a little touched, and I would assume AQ gets touched as well in the future balance changes, then she could see some play in the future. But I don't think she's worse right now still, though.
No, I agree with you. I think Seth done a good job balancing her out. But you don't see it that often because everyone's playing BK, the 2 Elixir deck mainly, and they've got no energy to steal, so...
Yeah.
And then we've got the Dagger Goblin.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking A tier.
I'm thinking A tier too, yeah. They did a great job with him. At the start, I was not using BK and Dagger Goblin because prior to these changes, he wasn't getting the attack boost from BK. And then once I saw that was a thing now, that they applied the boost to him, he's just insane with that. Insane.
Yeah. I think the overbuffed him a bit. I think his movement speed needs toned down a touch. But I think he's easily countered. I think he's just got a giant skelly there. Extra damage and stun.
He is a lot. I would say this, that he does seem very tricky for like new players though. So
yeah,
I could see why people think he's S tier.
And then we've got the Barb.
This is the worst mini. We found it.
Poor old Barb. He had the golden days when he had that raw upgrade going with the Archer and the Barbarian King deck, and now he's just forgotten about. Rest in peace, my friend.
I'm surprised they didn't change any of his abilities. Maybe not even his stats or nothing.
And then we've got the Bowler.
I'm a fan of the Bowler. I like him in Devil's Tile. I like him in Mirror Tile. And I like him on Flip Tile.
Yeah, that's actually a good point there. I keep forgetting about these tiles. He's, like you say, he's good on Clone Tile, good on Devil's Deal Tile. B tier.
I think he's a low B just because it's only really those tiles, but he is B for sure.
Yeah, he's like you say, can be utilized very well on some tiles. So
and then if he gets left untouched, you 3-star him, it's over. You win that game.
And then the archer.
I think this is our. I'm gonna say she's A tier. I was gonna say B, but she's really only good with BK. I have paired her with AQ sometimes, and that goes well, but she's really only good with BK. So I think A is solid.
Yeah, and she's good on Devil's Deal tile as well.
Yeah, really good, really good.
And we've got my favorite mini, the Dark Goblin.
Oh, where you putting a Dark Gob?
Oh, in the current meta, I would say B tier.
I'm cool with B, yeah, as well, because this is another mini where like you get that elixir tile, you get even a devil's tile where all the wardens come out, then he sees play, so I'm cool with that, yeah.
And the battle healer?
I think she's a low B or high C because she is really good. But like I said, that anti-heal is just it's seen so much that I think we have to put him at B, but definitely ahead of the bandit for sure.
Yeah, I'll go with high C.
Oh, my fault, I meant C. Yeah.
I think healing range is better. I'd put healing range in high B.
Yep, for sure.
Just because she's got that unstoppable and it's super clutching against some decks.
It lasts so long and her starting energy makes her get it really quick.
Yeah. Fisherman.
Fisherman is he's a little weird because I've run Prince in almost every single one of my decks, so I don't really have to worry about this. Yeah. But if you don't, then it's still hard to counter. So I think a high C is fine. But personally, like I would put him even lower just because I run Prince. But high C, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stick him there because, again, like on the clone tile and the Devil's Deal tile and stuff, depending on where it spawns, and against like these ghost decks, you know, with the Grand Warden and they put the Valk and the Dark Goblin, the Ghost, like his clash ability can stop the Ghost going like invis, so it can be pretty useful depending on what you're facing. And we've got the giant Skelly.
Yeah, I think the Skelly is high B. I don't think he's A yet, just because if he's A, he would be in like more decks than just like Countess and AQ. But he is really good though. He does a lot of damage, and even has a decent amount of HP where he could last a little bit. Yeah,
I think he's one of the more balanced minis in the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, the Ewiz.
I'm putting Ewiz at A. Yep, at A, perfect right here.
Head of the Dagger Goblin.
No, I think behind both of the AQ, or I mean both of the Goblin and Archer. But he is the next best mini when it comes to those three. He just does so, like he stuns almost 100%, 80% of your minis, which is insane.
Yeah, I think he's I'll go with that. I agree with you there. What, and then a Golden Giant, this could be interesting. I would stick him in A.
This is where I'm gonna say something crazy that I know the people aren't gonna agree with me, but they're gonna see the vision. I'll put him in at S tier because there's only one thing that he loses to, and it's BK. The fact that he has 75 HP, gets a shield when he's 50%, and heals back up, heals when he stuns. He just shuts down things like AQ, RC, Wave Master. I know he's not seen play. He takes the target off of things like DG. You know, like he just does so much. He's the best tank in the game for his cause. He outshines an MK.
Do you think so?
I think so. I do think so.
He is, to be fair, for the free cost mini, his skill set's really, really good, and his stats. So I somewhat agree with this S tier placement.
Yeah, I know it is a little off just because, like, what? BK taps, right? BK P.E.K.K.A. But when you take that away, everything else, there's no bad matchup besides that one specifically.
Yeah. And then we've got the Knight.
I think the Knight is not really getting too much shine right now. Yeah, I would put him at D, maybe high. because I do think Barb is still the worst. But Knight, he had his time to shine. Hopefully he'll be back.
Yeah, poor Moist will be upset. Moist Potato. Sorry, Moist. Magic Archer.
I think he's a high B. Probably,
High B.
Probably behind the healer. Or like I said, he's only really seen an AQ deck. He can be used in BK, but I feel like if you're doing that as the BK player, then you're just having fun at that point, because Archer is by far better.
Yeah, and then the Ice Wizard.
I love the Ice Wiz. I love the Ice Wiz a lot.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I would put him at high B. I don't think he's an A tier mini, but I do think he's really good.
Ooh, I see. I would have thought it was an A tier mini. 2-cost mini. That's slow, and the splash.
Yeah,
and the shield as well.
The shield's really more for like Warden. I know people do use the shield just in general, right? Because they do love 3-starring them. Other than that, his slow is the main thing, which I do think you can get around that by placement. So I don't really think he's A. I think he's a high B, low A.
Yeah. This is an interesting one as well. I'm a bit torn on as a lumberjack.
I think there's not enough minis in a deck to slide in a LJ. But he's not bad though. So like if you do have him in the deck, it's not a bad thing. But I do think there's other better fits than him right now. So yeah, I would say C. We'd probably put him in ahead of the Fisher, because he's a guaranteed, and then Fisher you're still gambling a little bit.
I say a lot of Count S players, and like the buff that comes in off the lumberjack and that stuff like that can really speed that Count S up. So the Pecker
now
gotta be S tier.
Even though I've been mentioning him with BK, he still does a lot of damage just by himself. So I do think he's a S tier mini as well.
Yeah, and that unstoppable, like he's
exactly, yeah.
In my personal opinion, I love the Pecker, but she's just too strong.
It lasts for a third of the round, which is insane. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, you can place her on the front row. You can't prince her when she's 3-starred or got the unstoppable going, and then she can just wipe your deck out and push right to the back of the board. Yeah, I think needs toned down the touch, but right now S tier. And then this is an interesting one as well with the miner.
Now, early season, I would definitely say S tier, but now that people have adapted and started, like predicting a miner and like starting putting like a peck in the back or using Musketeer with her 2-shot, then I would slide them down to A tier. But S tier would not be bad if we did this like a week ago.
Yeah. See, that's why we wait a little bit for the tier lists. Don't want to jump in too early. I would put the miner behind the Eewees actually. I would drop him there.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Yep.
And then the Mega Knight.
I don't think MK is that good. I really don't. I got a little biasness because there's 2 decks that I run and they just lose to these minis that people show, right? I run Warden and I run BK and they just get shut down. So I'm cool with them higher than the Ice Wiz, if I'm being honest.
Ooh, right, in B tier.
In B tier, yeah. Because Packages outshines him so much. He's only used in Countess decks, but I think that it's still not good enough. Plus, with the addition of HR, when you factor that in, I think he's a B.
Yeah, I'll live with that. Right in the middle of B tier. And the Musk is going to be A or S tier for me.
Really? Okay. Same reason for what I said. It's only really one tile, but I'll let you get one. So we'll keep her in A.
Yeah. Well, I'll ping her just in front of the miner. She works well with the Roll Champ, and she's a good little counter to the miner.
Yep.
We've got the Prince.
Prince is one of my favorite minis. Even on my profile it says that. I'm putting him at A tier. I wouldn't say S tier just because he's used, but he's not like in every deck type of thing. P.E.K.K.A, Golden Giant, you can see that in almost any deck. Prince, you can see him in any deck too, but the value he brings is not the same as a Golden Giant and as a P.E.K.K.A. but it's still high enough to put him in A.
Yeah. Ahead of the Dagger Gob or...
I would say behind the Archer.
Yeah, I live with that. Roll Ghost.
I think Ghost is a high C when it comes to just him alone. Again, we've seen the Warden, Valk, Dagger Goblin. I don't think that deck's good, but I do see a lot of people use it. And the reason why it's good is because of the Ghost. But when you take the Ghost away and just put him with any other deck, or just have him by himself, he's definitely a high C. He's not bad, but he's not the best.
Yeah, well, I've put him there because I'm looking at them minis we've got in CT and I'm thinking, I think I would rather have the Roll Ghost than these four.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Yep.
Skelly Guard.
Warden is only good on one tile, and all his minis that synergize with him, out of all of them, Icewiz is the best just because of the slows. Yeah. So I'm fine with him at low C. Me and you, we agreeing right now. Low C.
Yeah. Ooh, Spear Gob.
I think the Spear Gob is C ahead of the Bandit. He's still really good. I thought his rework was gonna be a little better. Well, it is good, but the thing is though that Wizard just outshines him, and Ice Wizard outshines him as well. So, but I would not like if I see someone have him in a deck, it's still really hard to play around it. Not really hard, but it just sucks to play around it because then you have to have something take the hit. Yeah,
I get that. Swordsman.
I'm not really a fan of Swordsman. I don't think he's this last tier because these last row is just like don't play him at all. So I do think you can still play him. Maybe ahead of the. Yeah, we can put him right here ahead of the Bandit.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking there again. I think I'd rather have these minis in a deck than the Swordsman. But I'd rather have the Swordsman over the Bandit and the Skelly Guard, I think.
For sure.
Valk.
Valk's a little interesting because this is the main one of the main carries in that Ghost deck. But like, I don't see that deck too much no more, just because it loses to Prince first off, and then BK because it just does way too much damage. So I'm cool with it being the last thing in the B tier. Yep, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, so I quite like the Valk at the mini. I don't know,
she's not bad. Yeah, she's not bad.
It's a mini I've like never really played until we had that horrible Grand Warden Roll Ghost season a few seasons back. But like, I've actually enjoyed playing the Valk a bit. Witch
is definitely got to be the last tier. It just gets shut down by Archer, feeds into attack speed. Wizard 1-taps, Valkyrie 1-taps.
Roll champ reset. I guess it's only good for Musketeer anyways, but people pair that with RC, so it's hard to use right now. Yeah, I don't see witches to be fair. Wizard.
My favorite mini in the meta. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite mini.
I'm thinking S or A tier.
I don't think he's S tier. I'm fine with A, but his rework has been insane. From doing 4 damage to doing 6, that's such a big jump, and I like seeing everything just die within 2 seconds, so that's pretty cool.
Head of Archer or...
No, I think he's behind the Prince still. I would take all those minis before the Wizard, but I do, like I said, man, do you use Wizard regularly or no?
Yeah, I do.
Isn't it so fun just seeing everything just die in 2 seconds, just dead?
Yeah, but not when it's you getting beat by the Wizard.
Yeah, good point.
I like all the Wizards, the Ice Wizard, the Wizard, and the E-Wizard, so I'm a bit of a Wizard fan. And then last but not least, we've got the Mini P.E.K.K.A.
I don't see people using the Mini P.E.K.K.A, which it's sad, right? Just because the only thing to dissipate right now in the meta is the heroes. And I guess the Golden Giant, but when it comes to the Golden Giant, he still has so much HP, even when a Mini P.E.K.K.A is on top of it, that its job is just to tank. So I'm fine with it being low C. I do think next meta, regardless of what the changes are, like even if they only touch one hero, like the BK, he's already back in the meta. So I do think that, now I'm putting them ahead of the Spear Gob though, because I think I'd rather have a Mini P.E.K.K.A in my deck than a Spear Gob.
Yeah, there. Are you happy with that, Gish? I'm happy with that.
Let's see.
SBK Golden Giant and P.E.K.K.A. I'm on board with that. We've got the A tier Queen, Countess, Dagger Goblin, Archer, Prince, Wiz, Earwiz, Musk, and Miner. And then B tier, Roll Champ, Warden, Shield Maiden, Healing Ranger, Mega Knight, Ice Wizard, Magic Archers, Giant Skelly, Bowler, Dark Goblin, my favourite mini, and the Valk.
And then C tier, Monk, Pink Fury, Ghost, Battle Healer, LJ, Fisher, Mini Packer, Spirit Gob, Swordsman, Bandit, and the Guard. I think the only change I would make is having a extra tier for the Barb, because I don't think he's on the same tier as everything on that tier right there.
I'll drop him down here somewhere.
yeah, that's the only change, but I think we got it right.
Yeah, so there we go. GazTommo and GishyBear's tier list for this season. But yeah, cheers, Gish. Appreciate your company, bud.
Thank you for having me, guys. This was fun to do.
Yeah, thanks very much, Gish. Appreciate it, man.